From this presentation, we are going to start a new chapter, and the chapter is Network Theorems. And till now, we have analyzed the circuits using two laws. The first one is KVL and the second one is KCL. And while analyzing the circuits using the KVL and the KCL, we were not changing the original configuration of the circuits. And the major disadvantage of this approach is that in case of large complex networks, tedious computation will get involved. And to handle these large complex networks, engineers over the years have developed some theorems. And we are going to discuss all these theorems one by one in Network Theorems chapter. So to begin with, we will first know the names of the theorems we are going to discuss in this chapter. And the first theorem is superposition theorem. The second one is Thevenin's theorem. The third one is Norton's theorem. Fourth is reciprocity theorem. Fifth is Milliman's theorem. Sixth one is compensation theorem. Seventh is substitution theorem. Eighth is Teleghen's theorem. And the ninth one, which is very important one, is maximum power transfer theorem. And this theorem we will study for both AC and DC. So these are the 9 theorems we are going to discuss in this chapter. Now we will move on to the next part of this lecture, in which we will understand the linearity property. Since most of these theorems are applicable to linear circuits, we will first understand the concept of circuit linearity. Linearity property is the property of an element describing a linear relationship between the input and the output. And this property is combination of two laws. The first one is law of homogeneity and the second one is law of additivity. Now we will try to understand the two laws by the help of one example. And in this example, we are having current IT equal to voltage VT when multiplied by 2. And this relation we call system relation. And we are getting this from this circuit, in which we have one resistor whose resistance is equal to 1/2 ohm. And across this resistor we are applying voltage VT, and through this resistor the current is IT. And when you apply KVL in this loop, you will have plus VT minus IT multiplied to 1/2 equal to 0. When you simplify this, you will have current IT equal to 2 times voltage VT. And in this circuit, VT is the input and IT is the output. So here we have output equals 2 times the input. Now we will check whether the system having this relationship satisfies the law of homogeneity or not. And for this we will apply the input to the system. We will have the output, which is IT, and we know the output, it is equal to 2 times the input. So our system is having the functionality to scale the amplitude of the input by 2. And now we will pass the output IT with another system which will multiply A to the amplitude. And in this way we will have a new output I prime t, and it will be equal to 2A VT. Now in case number 2, instead of multiplying the output by A, we will multiply the input by A. We have VT, we will pass it to a system which will multiply A to the amplitude. We will have A VT, and now we will pass this to our system. The same system will have this input now, and according to the functionality of this system, it will multiply 2 to the amplitude. So we have 2A VT. Now upon comparison of the final outputs in the two cases, you will find they are same, and therefore we can say that law of homogeneity is satisfied in this system. Now moving further, we will try to find out whether this system is satisfying the law of additivity or not. And for this we will have two inputs, that is we will have two voltages V1 and V2, and we will pass V1 to the system we are having and we will pass V2 to the system we are having, and we are doing this separately and we are also recording the outputs separately. In this case we have the output I1t and it will be equal to 2 times V1t according to the functionality of the system we are having. In this case we will have output I2t and it will be equal to 2 times V2t, and after this we will add I1t and I2t and this will give us 2 times V1t plus 2 times V2t. Now in scenario number 2, instead of adding the two outputs, we will add the two inputs first. We will have V1t plus V2t, and now we will use this as the input to our same system. We will have the output, let's say, equal to I prime t, and the output will be equal to 2 times V1t plus 2 times V2t. And when you compare the two outputs we are having, this one with this one, you will find they are same, and hence law of additivity is also satisfied by our system. And because both the laws are satisfied by our system, this system is linear in nature. So I hope this example is clear to you. Now we will move on to the homework problem, in which IT, which is the output, is equal to square of VT, which is square of the input. So the output is equal to square of the input, and you are required to find out whether the system having this relationship is linear or non-linear. And once you have your answer, post it in comment section, and also tell me if LOH is satisfied or not, and also if LOA is satisfied or not. So this is all for this lecture. See you in the next one.